President Trump has achieved a fair bit since taking office. To celebrate these achievements, Noble Gold has minted an exclusive collector's piece, the 2020 President Donald Trump Freedom Coin. The commemorative 1-ounce silver coin is the only presidential Trump coin, and its limited production makes it a valuable collector's item. Visit TrumpCoin2020.com to order your 2020 President Donald Trump Freedom Coin today.
America first. Love the flow.
Why are we so afraid that human beings can't decipher for themselves what to believe and what not to? This isn't the first time there's been alternative publications spouting news that went against the establishment. You get to do that in America.
Oh no, what's this about? An alternative publication spouting news that goes against the establishment has been censored? I didn't hear about this. As a fan of alternative news and publications, this sounds very concerning. I'm gonna watch more.
Spouting news that went against the establishment. You get to do that in America. You get to say, I remember the biggest fake news story of the Washington Post published was that Saddam has weapons of mass destruction. That wasn't just some jagoff in the Washington Post. That was their editorial board saying that. So again,
Yep, the lies and confusion and just downright corruption to do with the issue of Iraq caused many, many, many deaths and decades-long war, which resulted in destabilization of the Middle East, and some say the creation of ISIS. And it was a fucking clusterfuck. Total disaster. The Washington Post really screwed the pooch on that. Don't know what that's got to do with anything else.
Well, he's giving us a high watermark, Tim, a basis of comparison to help us form an opinion on the recent mass social media banning of Alex Jones.
this is not a slippery slope. We've already slipped. Once you ban anybody, you're there.
You're where?
A new paradigm in which voicing the wrong opinion comes with the serious risk of being completely shut out of social media platforms that have really become the new public square, the new privately owned and operated public square.
Right? They've already suppressed us. They're doing that right now.
Us? Who? You've been suppressed. Wait, or have I been suppressed? Who are we talking about? Who has been suppressed?
Tim, you've had videos taken down. You've had Twitter accounts deleted. That's being suppressed. YouTube and Twitter have every right to do it, but it's still suppression.
And now they're just going to go to full-out banning.
Oh no, who are they banning? I hope it's not David Pacman. I hope it's not Kyle Kalinske. I hope it's not even Jimmy Dore.
So let's get back to this article. We'll finish it about Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Serious crap.
Now, why do you think Twitter is still sticking by principle? Why do you think that, Ron?
Twitter is sticking to principle. They're sticking to the principle that the families of children who were massacred should be harassed as much as possible because fuck them, right? It's all just opinion we disagree with. It's got nothing to do with spreading such extreme lies that they traumatize massacre victims. It's got nothing to do with a deranged, psychotic, bloated individual continuously saying that there's going to be a civil war.
Did you just fat shame Alex Jones?
Deranged, psychotic, bloated individual continuously saying that there's going to be a civil war.
And that people should cling to their guns, and that violence is a solution. And the way that you should deal with things is by smashing people's heads into the concrete and destroying them and killing them because they are coming for your freedom and you've got to fight and you have to buy the fucking supplement pills because the frogs are turning gay interdimensionally. It's got nothing to do with that. It's got to do with an attack on us. You gotta remember that the Washington Post lied about Iraq, so it's okay. It's independent media spouting news, according to Jimmy fucking idiot Dore.
You finished menstruating, Tim? Alex Jones is currently being sued by the parents of those Sandy Hook victims. No one's suggesting that he should be immune from consequences. If those people are able to convince a court that he caused them harm, then he should have to pay them some damages. A significant portion of public discourse takes place on social media nowadays. People shouldn't be restricted from taking part in that public discourse, especially when it's at the discretion of a select few with a clear political bias. This is a new problem problem that needs a new solution that best balances the rights of the private operator with the rights of the public user.
A lot of people responded saying how despicable Alex Jones is. And I was like, look, we don't disagree on that.
Right.
I don't like Alex Jones. I strongly disagree with pretty much everything he stands for.
Standing for saying that the Sandy Hook families were crisis actors and them being harassed and re-traumatized for that, and defaming a yogurt company and defaming a pizza joint owner to the point that his life was put in danger, and spreading lie after lie after lie after lie after lie after lie about individuals and miming, killing Robert Mueller.
I look at that guy, and he's a sack of crap. That's a demon I will take down or I'll die trying. So that's it. It's going to happen. We're going to walk out the square politically at high noon, and he's going to find out when he makes the move, man. Make the move first, and then it's going to happen. It's not a joke. It's not a game. It's the real world. Politically, you're going to get it, or I'm going to die trying, bitch.
Tim, there's no way that was a legitimate threat. He said politically twice. And are you 100% sure that wasn't satire? Because I'm not.
I can't believe we had him on the show.
Concentration camps!
Was that an Alex Jones impression?
It was getting close, wasn't it?
Alex Jones is a performance artist.
What we do know now is that Alex Jones is a performance artist.
His lawyers say the fire breather on the web isn't the real Alex Jones, that he, quote, is playing a character, that he's a performance artist.
Now, Tim, I'd assume you'd have a different stance if it was satire, right? I mean, surely we're not going to judge satirical content as if the creator intended it to be sincere.
His mind is too retarded, it's too autistic. He can't understand numbers, he can't understand the fact, yeah, it's a large rally. And he's just like, I don't get it. I mean, your parents love you? You were bullied as a child? Autistic people or retards often have a lot of trouble with loud noises. So when I yelled, I think it set him off. Oh, this is discombobulating. He's saying loud noises. You know, and then they go, super loud. He'll go, oh, loud, it's loud. Dumb words, dumb. Mentally deficient / retarded / dripping with autism. You were a weak kid growing up. You were a weak boy. You were a weak boy, and people used to bully you, didn't they? They bullied you a lot. I can hear it in your, and you probably deserve a little bit more bullying. Would you really care if this guy got beaten even to death with tire irons by a bunch of people who were stronger than him, who were just so sick of him going on about how he's a virgin? Even a lesbian woman would have a manlier laugh than that. Is it even right that somebody who laughs like that is alive? He should be beaten to death with tire irons. I mean, it's hard to tell the difference between him talking and some dude sucking a dick, to be honest, because it sounds real similar.
Again, Tim, can you be 100% certain that there's no element of satire in what Alex Jones does?
If he is going to get banned off a platform, I would rather that be decided in a First Amendment courtroom.
And Jimmy Dale's like, right, yeah, me too. So we're all agreed. We all think it should be this way. You know, is anyone going to bother pointing out that it's not that way? No, just going to mislead the audience and pretend like that is what the situation is when it's not.
He didn't mislead the audience. He said he'd rather it be decided in a First Amendment courtroom, which doesn't make a lot of sense. The First Amendment protects freedom of speech, religion, press, assembly, and petition from being curtailed by the US government. But I understand what he's getting at.
Right. And not just by some standards that Mark Zuckerberg and his ilk
can
wrote.
change on at the drop of a hat
And be interpreted however. I mean,
But we're not talking about a reasonable opinion. We're not talking about a different point of view that's being censored here. We are talking about dangerous speech.
Dangerous speech, Tim.
You know, like, this guy's running a child rape ring.
Or how about Bearing's a rape apologist?
Bearing, rape apologist and fucking idiot. He cares about protecting and standing up for people who apologize to Nazis. He's a rape apologist as well. Bearing, rape apologist.
Would that be dangerous speech, Tim? Or doesn't it count as dangerous speech if it's being squealed by your boyfriend, Mikey?
Facebook took down a newspaper's Facebook page because the newspaper for the 4th of July posted the Declaration of Independence. And they took it down because of hate speech inside the Declaration of Independence. That's a fact that happened.
I understand why he's using this example, because he's like saying this is the slippery slope. But the byproduct of that is that you are completely whitewashing and you are just totally sanitizing and ignoring throughout this entire video anything Alex Jones has ever done or ever said. He never even mentions a single thing.
I can't believe you made me side with Jimmy Dore, Tim. I can't fucking stand Jimmy Dore. But he's sitting there making his case for why we should be concerned that a person can be so easily censored based on the arbitrary discretion of a select few. And you're sitting there going, but Alex Jones is a really bad guy. And in a sad twist of irony, I just found out you got permanently suspended from Twitter just after you released this video.
I've been silenced again on Twitter for the second time. Yes, my @demotivator has been suspended. So unless that gets unsuspended, that's probably it for me for Twitter. Anyways, this is what I've written in my appeal this time. Hello there. Sorry I sent another appeal earlier. Just saw the reason for my banning, which was avoided a Twitter suspension. That is true. I did avoid a suspension. My first account was @demotivator and was suspended. I made a new one because I was never told why I was suspended. I had no idea why. Asking why produced no answers. So without knowing why I'd been suspended, it seemed totally unfair, so I felt fine making another account. This may go against your rules. However, how is it fair in the first place if I have no idea why I was banned anyways? I'd understand if you leave me banned for that. However, I'm a good faith user who doesn't use Twitter to harass or cause harm to others like Alex Jones, who you refuse to suspend. I use Twitter to keep fans updated on my YouTube channel and talk with people about issues and ideas, and you may get some fans of mine wondering what has happened. If you choose to unsuspend me, I would super appreciate that, because I don't think I represent any sort of problem to anybody. I'm just a bit sarcastic at times. Thank you, Tim Blake. P.S. Please suspend sociopathic people who are actually dangerous, like Alex Jones. Cheers.
Well, you know what, Tim? I want you to get your Twitter account back. So I fully support #FreeTimbo and encourage others to show their support too, even if you are a soy-guzzling beta male.
They don't have muscles. They couldn't get any women's. Other people have had more success than me due to their confidence. I'm a beta male. Beta male. Beta male. Beta male. You are a cunt. Beta male. Beta male.
But I can work on myself and I can build myself up.
Beta male. There you go. Fuck the internet.